You know, at some point I probably will return to Bomberman games, but I think what happened was I played Bomberman 64 the second attack, and as neat as that game is conceptually and story-wise, playing it was kind of miserable. So I did play through that one. Could not fucking believe that game's story was written by the guy who directs Final Fantasy 14. Could not believe that. That was unexpected. But I remember I don't remember what the game was. I don't. But the game I immediately played after that was was it Fantasy Race? I don't know if it was Fantasy Race. It was definitely a Bomberman 64. It was a Bomberman PS1 game, and I remember just thinking to myself, I hate this. And then I didn't want to play another Bomberman game for a little bit, and that little bit fucking stockpiled itself, and now here we are. Power Bomb got an update. I have it downloaded. I just didn't unzip it. I can't believe that got an update, by the way. I had to double check when I saw that, because I was like, don't I have version 7.78? Because I hadn't had an update in like 4 fucking years, and suddenly I had an update. I was like, that can't be real. That can't be real. I've played so many Bomberman games. I believe I've played every Bomberman game between 85, its first game, or is it 87? I think it's 85 actually, and 1998. I played every Bomberman game to completion. By the way, I beat pretty much every Bomberman game in that time frame. The whole playlist of them. So I know that I'm not done the 64 era because there's Bomberman 64 2001, which was a game that was released on 64 only in Japan because it released on the 64 2 years after the GameCube. Like, the GameCube is already out. That shit's crazy. Actually, I don't think the GameCube was 1999, but I'm not sure. Either way, it released after the GameCube was out, so they didn't bother localizing it. I remember we watched Bomberman commercials too. Those were funny. You know what? Those were funny. We had a little commercial, a little Bomberman commercial chaos of our own. All right, so this is all set up. And we're gonna head to the next chapter now. I don't think there's anything I need to do here. Yeah, we're min-maxing Marissa with her big laser. And we're moving through. Here we go. When's the Jetters watch party? Boomba. There's no end to this fog. The one about Jetters is awful. Just genuinely awful. At least said it should clear up soon. Continue at this speed, please, Marasa. Aye, aye, Hijiri. This is the first time I've seen you using your special CP acronym, but it seems like you're already used to it. The Jetters opening is where Bomba came from, because he basically says it. This is the first time I've... Oh. So how about it, Byakurin? Want Minosky to step down as acting captain and take over yourself? Oh no, I'm a complete novice at giving orders in battle. Please, continue as you have been. But even so, I hope you won't mind me being on the bridge. Not at all. It's a pleasure to have you here. But still, is this really the dreamscape? There's nothing here, so it's hard to tell. They said it was between Gensokyo and the dream world, but what does that mean exactly? Is this something like the space between the ocean and the land? It seems to be filled with aura. To put it simply, it's the world where dreams and reality gets mixed up. It borders Gensokyo, but the influence of the dream world is strong here. What kind of influence? It's constantly changing its nature based on the dreams of those in Gensokyo. What we find up ahead will depend on what humans are dreaming. The dreamscape we know is pretty peaceful, but with all the nightmare Makura throwing around, somehow I'm guessing it's not anymore. The nightmares she's throwing around, huh? You know, I hadn't asked before, what kind of nightmares have these been? They were creepy. Gensokyo was being attacked by weapons I've never seen before. In the end, everything was in ruins. The village, the forest, everything. Ruined by what exactly? According to humans, there's some kind of giant going on a rampage. I wouldn't know what it looks like, but apparently it was using the power of machines somehow. Geez, she really hates technology, doesn't she? Why do the poor innocent machines have to be the victim here? But for what we know of her motives, this isn't limited to just technology. She takes a hostile view towards any change brought on by outside influences. So she's rejecting the idea of change. True, from what Marissa told us about those dreams she was having, she was bad-mouthing the Moria Shrine too, just because they're new here. I guess new technology is just the easiest part to understand, so she's starting with that. Which is why she had an eye on the cabin for always inventing stuff, and the power of Yadagarasu for having the potential to revolutionize things. What a pain, just because there's new technology doesn't mean everyone's gonna use it. Yeah, all our produce is hand-grown, we'll show her. Farm work aside, you're all pretty accepting of cultural change. To her, I bet even that open-minded attitude is unpleasant. Indeed, the mastermind is trying to reject anything that doesn't fit within her ideals. She'll likely be ruthless in her attempts to force us out of the dreamscape. And we kinda made a big flashy scene at the front door. Maybe we should be careful. We know Makoto controls dreams, but we're still not sure how it works. We should proceed with even more caution from here on out. Harlequin Ship Lounge. Rainbow, could you please make your expression seem a little more natural? We need a good on-the-case shot. And how am I supposed to do that? Oh, wasn't that a great expression just now? Okay, I'm taking the picture now. Look, Aya, don't you think it turned out pretty well? It's workable. I think some pictures in the lounge would look good, though. How many photos do you need for this article? We're kind of in the middle of the enemy stronghold, you know. Don't you think I have better things to do? But weren't you just relaxing and drinking tea, Reimu? That's irrelevant. I'm so sorry about them. They've been like this since last night. It seems they're getting excited to write an article about this investigation having the largest crew yet. That could be good PR. Make sure you include us as well. Ooh, me too, me too. Good grief, do you think we're on a field trip? The Tengu are one thing, but you usually don't see Kaneko or Sanai joining in the fun. Don't you usually take command from the bridge? Well, yeah, but this time's a little different. This may sound odd, but part of me is finding this refreshing. It doesn't feel tense. What do you mean? I mean, isn't it a strange twist of fate for us outsiders to suddenly be fighting for Gensokyo's future? It just feels nice to know that we're really a part of this. Right, we only just got here a little while ago, but you'd never know it now. When I think back to how I was racing around racked with worry, desperately trying to do everything on my own, it all feels so silly now. We were desperate to survive, and lost sight of everything around us. But it's been such a relief to have people around who accept us despite all that. So this time, I want to help. To do something for others, not just ourselves. So that's your motivation for coming on the investigation. Yes, and as a part of Gensokyo, it's our duty too. That's pretty amazing. Us natives wouldn't have thought of it like that. But you've already changed things for the better around here, you know? Have we? If you all hadn't come to the mountain when you did, I'm not sure we'd ever have opened up the rest of Gensokyo. We've been more than a little influenced by your resolve and earnestness too. Besides, how many other people from the outside world do you see hanging out with us? It's obvious that you put a lot of effort into this. Thank you, Momiji, Reimu. That means a lot to me. Alright, now that you're in a good mood, do you mind if I take another picture? You know, I've never actually gotten a shot of all of us together, even after all this time. Really? Well, it's now or never. Should we give everyone a call then? We got more than 70 people here. Could we even get them all in the same room? Ooh, that's a nice idea. It reminds me of a school photo. Then it's settled, okay? We'll need to get the bridge to make a broadcast. Looks like the bridge called us first. I wonder what they want. Go, good, you're there. We need to gather everyone up immediately. What's this? It sounds urgent. What happened? The fog cleared up, but where do I start? Actually, it might be faster if you just took a look out the window. The window? Is there something? My word. What is this place? We were surrounded by fog and then suddenly, we weren't teleported. It's more like the structure of the world suddenly changed around us. I guess that's just what it means to be in the dreamscape. But seriously. Future! What a strange place. I've never seen anything like it. No, it's not just strange. It's... Are you picking up on something? Yes, this is the same place we saw in the nightmares. It's the world that's left after being destroyed by the power of machines. So this is it. Scary machines show up and ruin everything. Yikes, did this set off something from Kozuzu? She's a sensitive type. Calm down now. Oh, we get some factory mix. I love factory, dude. I see. Fitting theme for this type of environment, too. Everything's submerged beneath the waves with not a single living creature in sight. Yes, it's just At a loss for words, eh? I can't blame ya. Is someone there? So you finally made it. What you see before you is the graveyard of science. You got that? This is where you'll be buried. What in the world? A fish? A huge catfish? Intimidated by my splendor, can't blame you for that either. This is just a temporary body made from the power of dreams, but still I'm gonna enjoy this. Wait, power of dreams? You don't mean... Ha! Surprised? This giant catfish is a yokai made real by Lady Makura. There you are, Miko. Looks like you ignored my warning and just strolled on in. Lady Makura's power is absolute here. You can't win. We're aware of the danger, but this has gone on far enough. And what about you? You were just about roast mutton yesterday. Aren't you pushing your luck? Well, today's gonna be different. Because this time your journey ends here. You'll never get past me. Yeah, that. So, your luck ran out the moment you ran into me. So, I'll sing a requiem for you in Makura Muratari's place. Gee, stop interrupting me. I'm trying to threaten him. What? The little runt has something to say? Shut your trap, kid. Little runt? What is this, infighting already? We don't have time to wait for your stupid comedy routine. Shut up, I'm gonna... Hold your horses, runt. Don't you remember Makura's orders? Leave this to me and go brush your flock or whatever. But... Look, kid, I like your moxie, but if you rush into things, you'll just screw up again. Try to rest up and heal those wounds like Makura wanted. Wait, suddenly he's... Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. Fine, I get it. He's like putting on big blush and he's like, kid, all right, listen, I get it. It's good. You know, I like your moxie, but like, you're gonna fuck this up. Leave it to me. Go heal up. I'll be okay. And he takes the, you know, the, what I call it, kayfabe. He put that was kayfabe off, you know? He put the kayfabe off. Running away again. It's not my choice, but don't forget that you're up against a giant catfish. By the time he's done with you, you'll be in a roast mutton. Rabbit. Ugh, she's good at running away at least. We can deal with a chump like her anytime we want. Focus on the enemy in front of us. He may look strange, but we don't know what he's capable of. Be careful, everyone. All hands to level 1 battle stations. Alright, big fish. I guess we rock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, perfect shot range. Okay. Who'd have thought our first opponent in the Dreamscape would be a catfish? It sounds like he's working for the mastermind, so try to take him at least a little seriously. She's right, I can feel a bottomless well of misfortune coming from him. Ho ho ho! You can sense my power, not half bad! But you still don't realize the true terror of this world. You talk big, but you're just one fish. What could you possibly do to stop us by yourself? Ha! By myself. Maybe by real-world logic, but that ain't how things work when dreams are real, too. I bet you'll get it once you see this thing. What thing? Come on out! It's... Didn't we see that at the Kappa Bazaar? It's Hisso Tensoku! Isn't that the papier-mâché ad balloon? Why would you bring out something like that? Ho ho ho! Check your eyes, little missy. You really think it's just paper? Eep! Missiles? Did Hisso Tensoku just shoot at us? Then that's right. It's the metal giant from your nightmares. The heartless engine of destruction. The thermonuclear titan Hisso Tensoku. Thermonuclear titan? So Makura made a real working robot with the power of dreams? Why the surprise? Anything is possible in the dreamscape. Then we're going to end up like the city from those dreams? That's right. You'll be ground beneath the heels of a heartless engine of destruction. But... engine of destruction? Was that really how it was supposed to be? Of course not. Hisso Tensoku is a symbol of innovation, growth, and peace. Right. We were praying for Gensokyo's future. And that's exactly why Makura used it. What? Given birth to by dreams of innovation, but its power leads only to destruction. We couldn't ask for a better morality play. Who could see this and still want technology? So then the giant that's been showing up in the nightmares was... Exactly. It was this ridiculous doll. How cowardly, stealing a symbol of hope and corrupting it for your own ends. Cowardly? You mean clever. It may symbolize hope to you, but now it'll mean despair to everyone else. Go forth, Hisotensoku, tear them to shreds. Victory unknown. Bonus unknown. Palanquinship defeated. That's he's an automaton. He's got a mini reactor. Okay, that makes sense. MP regen L. SP regen. He's got, okay. Prevail, break power limit, guard, and P damage. Fusion beam, rocket knuckle, Hisotensoku missile, and Barres blaster. Alright, what about you? He's big. He's LL size. Are you LL size? You are, okay. 40,000 HP. Special resistance plus. Double action, prevail, break power limit, morale plus plus. P damage, ignore distance. The world is shaking and the world is shaking map. Targeted map attack. Okay. And red sheep. They have support, defense, guard, and prevail. And they got a map attack and mega thunder ram. But they don't have any wool armor. You get a Danmaku, it says, but I don't see a spell card. Okay. Alright. Let's get to work. Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Seiho's got music that I don't remember, but I do remember the factory theme because it's on the Changeability of Strange Dream album, and it's one of my favorite tracks. It's very, very good. It really sounds like a bit of a dystopian factory. I dig it a lot. Do we move? I don't know if we move. We move a little bit, I think. We move a little bit. Let's poke this guy with some needles and we'll get Sanai in there to finish up. Can't afford to waste my time here. My needles will seal you. Wool guard. Damn, man. Remilia and Shinki do a lot of damage together. They really get to be creative in this last arc because, as I said, this is a dream world. This is a dream world. So, I like that we know that canonically Hisotensoku is a balloon, right? And also, canonically, the Great Catfish only exists within the dream world. But in this dream world situation, we can actually have a real Hisotensoku and the catfish show up. So, like, everybody is here. I think that's really cool. And as you can see, this kind of setting doesn't make sense in Gensokyo, but in the dream world, and with regards to the plot setup, it does work. It works really well. So that's something I like about this, this like final arc a lot. Unexpected characters show up, along with the original plotline brewing. It's great. All right, hit level 70, would you? Perfect. She's got Zeal. Shrine Maiden level 9 and Zeal. And Miraculous Living God. Unit deploys with her faith gauge at max. Oh. I forgot to change this from the one that benefits Kaneko and Suiko. Okay, well now she can just have 100 faith right out the gate. That's pretty good. Alright. Right, the sheep don't build power. It's alright, Tenchi can yell so she can build herself up. But we're gonna have a bit of an issue here with building power because everything fucking enemy is a goddamn sheep. Well, not every enemy, but the ones I'm killing right now are. You better not waste my efforts. And she's got a new move as well. She used it last chapter. That was 2 days ago, so if you forgot, I don't blame you. I also forget things that happen. You picked the wrong target. That was a really good dodge, Saki. Thank you very much. Step spear. I'd want to stab the shit out of this guy because he's got a map attack. Alice. I'm gonna borrow a rouse. I'm gonna borrow a rouse from Shinky. Because Alice can't fight right now. You'll get it back with your extend, I think, eventually. You can't servant sword now, but Moko can get in there with a kick. That's probably fine. We'll do a step spear because we can afford to. As Pierce, doesn't matter. 47, doesn't matter. Just get in there. Alright. It's your unlucky day. Yes. $39.07. That did a lot of damage. Wow. Not believe that was negligence on my part. Well, I thought, Sakuya dodged it. So I thought, you know, you'd be able to dodge it too. I guess I was wrong. My bad. Thought you were different. Guess I was wrong. This is why you're from Toho 5 and she's Toho 6. Am I right, boys? Am I right, boys? Oh, streamer, I'm gonna kill you for that. Look, when people talk about the Mystic Square cast, Yumeko ain't part of that conversation. Says who? Says me. That's who. Says me. Fuck that guy up in the back. Though admittedly, the funny thing is that like every character from Mystic Square virtually does not matter. Like, Shinky is one of the most, if not the most requested character to come back from PC 98. Whereas Alice already has come back from PC 98. So Alice isn't in that conversation. But look at the other characters. Yumeko would be a package duel with Shinky because her, you know, stage 5 boss deal. But look at the other bosses. Sarah, Luis, Mai, Yuki. These characters don't have a ghost of a chance, right? They don't have a ghost of a chance. But Mystic Square is like, oh, that's the game. Bring that game back. But in reality, it's just bring Shinky back. Bring Shinky back. That's what they mean. If they say they want to bring the Mystic Square cast back, they just mean they want Shinky. You know, they're just dressing it up nicely. That's all. Do you hear anybody ever talk about the Toho 3 cast? Well, actually, some people do. When people say they want the You Made Me, you think they want fucking every other character from Toho 3 to come back? Behold the might of Lunarian weaponry. World's greatest Kotohime fan. That's me! Oh my god, that's me! I'm the world's greatest Kotohime fan. Hey, for all you know, Kotohime exists. There's nothing really saying that she can't exist, which is honestly a cool part about the series in general. I like that aspect of PC98, is the open-endedness nature of it allows characters to kind of exist, even if it feels like they shouldn't. For most part, anyway. For the most part. If you want to use PC98 characters, you can. Some of them are a little more out there, like the ones that are in their own special fucking worlds. But most of the characters, if not all the characters from Toho 3 are just kind of... they're just kind of like naturally around the human village, right? Rumia. Demarcation takes 110. Why do I have 106 power? Sure, kill that guy. Why not? Chat, who's the hardest character based on location to, like, bring back naturally into Windows canon? I would say it would probably be Mugetsu and Gengetsu, right? Because both of them are from the same place. They're from Mugenkan, the funny dream world that doesn't really exist. You could argue the stones, but the stones were like destroyed, so they don't exist, right? They don't exist. Mima's can go wherever she wants. All right, Rumia, I need you to eat that guy. Can you do that for me? Can you eat that guy, please? What do you think Hiso Tensoku smells like? The 5 magic stones, they actually get destroyed. I assume they stay destroyed, but what do I know? But they guard the entrance to Ramadan. Ramadan is... I assume that's like... Well, actually, I don't really know what Ramadan is. Ramadan is like the place that you go to fight Mima, but Mima likes to just hang out at Reimu home. So like that shit is not really her area, I guess. To be honest, I'm not really sure. Alright, grab the wheel of your car. Grab the wheel of your car, we're coming in. Damn, Shoddy can't hit. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get any new ones anymore from those. It's kind of a shame. Alright. I'll do it. I'll fight this battle. Spirit Devil Palace. Is that what Ramadan means? Honestly, I think it's very easy to forget that place has any real significance, because I think it's only mentioned by Genji when you reach the 5 stones. But then, if you're not really paying attention, you don't even really realize you're in a new world. Or care, I guess. But PC98 took you to a couple different new worlds. Like, Toa 1 takes you to Hell or Makai. Toa 2 takes you to Ramadan. Toa 3 is completely in Gensokyo, actually. Toa 4 takes you to Mugenkan. And Toa 5 takes you back to Makai. So, it's interesting. It kind of makes you feel like that Toho 3 should have been called Toho Gensokyo. Just based on the fact that, like, that's the game that takes place primarily in Gensokyo. I think the first stage in most games takes place in Gensokyo. Well, I mean, obviously, in Toho 2, the first stage is Reimu Home. In Toho 3, it's all space battles. Toho 4, you're heading to Mugenkan. In Toho 5, you're heading to Makai. So Gensokyo is like stage 1, and that's kind of it. Oh, you're actually moving. Interesting. Alright, go for it. Toho 3 introduced the concept of the outside world. Yeah, but it's not the same outside world that is used. Or if it is, it's one that's set in the future. Because the outside world that Yumemi's from is one where the Grand Unified Theory has been solved. And she's a quack in her profession because she believes magic is real. But everybody laughs at her because magic doesn't make sense because everything is already solved in their world, so magic can't exist. And then she finds magic, and then she goes back and tries to prove it, and then she's laughed out of her job. They laugh at her so hard that they take away her credentials. So according to the ending, she just quietly returns to Gensokyo with Chiari, and like lives off. I don't know. She just quietly returns to Gensokyo and then just continues her life like that, I guess. Who knows? But Yumemi does not have a happy ending. She does not have a happy ending. It's funny because Chiari decides to go with her. Chiari, sorry. Chiari? Chiari. 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 I fucking hate Chiari. That fucking character has made that in my head so confusing. It was never an issue before. Are we gonna woo? We're gonna keep wooing? Gonna keep wooing? Let's woo. Let's woo. Kita Shirakawa. That's who. That's her name. The whimsy of the whimsy. PC98 is so whimsical. Also, every second thing you see is like a direct parallel to something that Zun liked, so he like copied it and put it in his game. Some of which is so much of a copy that it actually is straight up just a copy. I find that kind of funny, personally. Like, there's a number of characters in PC98 that, and like aspects of PC98 that you can 10% chance that you can actually like find the source to, and it's like, oh, what are you doing, Zun? What are you doing, Zun? He was having fun, I assume. He was having fun, and then the fun had to end. He got mainstream. Yeah, the slappy move's working. Kotohime was just plagiarized from a manga. Brother, Ellen is in the same game. Ellen is in the same fucking game, and you go to Kotohime as an example? Huh? Ellen ain't even a Toho character. Ellen is a guest character. Oh. Your favorite character from Toho was secretly... I can't believe that Balloon turned to a real mechanical doll. And now he's a minion of evil too. But it's clear that he's hostile. He attacked the ship. We can't afford to hold back against him. Yes, we may have to fully immobilize him by... Ho ho ho! If you want to destroy him, by all means. What? But isn't he on your side? You really want us to destroy him? Sure, why not? I mean, he's your symbol of hope. Attacking your own symbol of hope is the same as admitting you've lost. Wait, so if we attack him, we're playing right into their hands? Yes, it seems his goal was to get us to fight Hiso Tensoku. He wants us to directly destroy our own dreams of innovation. What a twisted individual, using that form as a mouthpiece for your own ideas. I won't stand for anyone using Hiso Tensoku's form for something like this. Sanai. We were all thinking against Sokyo's future when we made him. Yeah, he's a robot of justice, filled with our dreams. We can't destroy him. Can't we just disable him somehow and use that chance to defeat the catfish? I don't see much choice other than to try. Perhaps we can stop him by damaging him just enough to bring him to the brink of defeat. Alright everyone, ignore the catfish for now. Please focus on the mechanical doll. Make sure to use mercy. We don't want to destroy him by accident. Victory. Reduce Hiso Tensoku's below 2000 HP. Bonus. Reduce Hiso Tensoku below 100 HP. Okay. Oh, okay. So, yeah, they want... Who has Mercy? I don't know who has Mercy right now, aside from Alice. You're kidding me. It is actually just Alice. Renosuke doesn't matter because he doesn't have a pair-up. That's alright. That's alright. We can work with that, but... We can work with that. We can work with that. This guy, impassable. Oh, you gotta die, son. You gotta fucking die. Alright? I'm so hungry. Wait, I know how to fix this. Boom! My tummy's full. Alright, the wall is down. Thanks, boss lady. Action +1. Gospel of the Demoness. Shanky, play me a small movie. Alright, allow me to show you. The Benediction of Makai's God. These are Aiki's, like, graduation thesis for her film class. That's what these are. She made a bunch of 30-second home videos. They take just long enough for her theme to come in. Almost did exactly half. 200 short. You can't counter. Do I move? You know what? No, I think I hold a front line. I think I hold the line here. Can I land on this? No. Graveyard of Science. Wait, is this water? Oh no. No, it's ice. If you land on the ice, you get 10% defense and evasion. Alright. Speed him up. He's coming towards me. So I know you can go beat up the fish. And I know what happens. If you go and beat up the fish, he'll be like, please knock it off, and then he'll just fully heal. So he's on the map, but the game really doesn't want you to fuck with him. Well, that's bad. This is okay. This is why we have Mystia. Because she can sing a song. Good as new. Alright, let's see. Throw some paper at him. Go, green one! There. Alright. These guys are surprisingly sturdy. He's down. Level 70. Excelente. Let's see. Current state situation is... Alright. You know what? Go for it, team. Even I can participate. Do you think she kills? There's no way she kills, right? Okay. The ship's coming to help. It's like it barely missed me. Leave the rest up to us. Bring the Buddhist reactor to full power. Mr. Credendo, it looks ready! Fire! Will that kill? No, but that's fine. That's okay. Because I know that that can reach from there. So I can just do it again. Fuck it, kill him. Why not? Free XP for the ship. Time to fight, are you ready? Uh-oh. I'm glad that Renosuke gets a role in this game like this. I think it's pretty cool that he ends up being able to pilot the ship. It frees up Marasa from this unglorified role. Underappreciated role, I should say. But it allows a character like Renosuke who doesn't really get to exist outside, in Ganmaku capacity. That's really cool. I like that. Man, let's see. So, the big guy is approaching. I really want... You can't hit me. I want you dead. Now, what's funny is I don't know if these two are actually, like, good. I don't think Grayson is a particularly standout unit. But I like her theme. So there's that. Her theme's great. And it's Lily's best friend. So, like, right? Tired of wooing. Nope. Yeah, we'll just throw some blade backwards at him. Go. Your guard is absurdly open. Now, it's interesting, because I actually really like Yorihime's theme in this game. I think her theme is fucking phenomenal. But yeah, I can't get her on the team. Because she costs too much. I already don't have room for other characters I'd want over her. So, like, she's so far down in the queue that there's no way I'd be able to use her. But she is an absurdly good unit, because she's a fucking Lunarian. Her and her sister are probably bonkers dumb. But I don't have room. I don't have room to use them because I have Stinky and Remy, and they cost 7 together. Those two, like, I have a singular pair of a unit, which costs, like a fucking 10th of your max amount of points alone. I like how that attack sounds like it's being recorded on a microphone in the other room. Alright, you're up, champ. Get him. Teamwork? Yes, I've heard of it. I don't get to do a killing doll very much anymore. It is overkill, but I don't have to move Sakuya. Doing it for. Alright, the map attack guys are dead. That's good. Beautiful. Level 70 is kind of a benchmark level where it's like, at that point you can kind of assume that everybody who has a move has gotten their move. I don't want to move everybody too far away. I'd rather keep them kind of busheled up. And the reason for that is because when Hiso Tensaku arrives, I don't know if he's going to have dialogue. And I don't want to have to play, like... I don't really want to have to play, like, catch up to him, because... Did he have double action? Oh god, I don't remember. No, okay, he doesn't have double action, so it's not that scary. But I want some of these guys to move on their own, because if I move Koichi too far down, it gets weird. It will get kind of weird down here. He probably won't chase Koichi, at least, but... yeah. I'll be honest with you, chat. If it wasn't for KHB, I probably would bench Satori. I think the main reason why I bring Satori, despite her obviously having good abilities herself, is that she enables that silly-ass combo attack that's actually freakishly strong. Otherwise, she is kind of just there to enhance Koishi's stats, which I can get around with other characters based on damage, but really it's the combo attack. She does have the unique skill that powers up their stats. Like, she is a good stat stick for Koichi, because, you know, they have seeing without knowing and knowing without seeing. So both units gain accuracy, evasion rates, and the range of Heartbreaker goes up by 1. And also, Satori has her version, which gives it additional attack. So they both have it, so it's just better. Alright, Kane, be ready. 2 units. Alright, I forgot. My name is Rumia. I've got more fight left in me. Rumia is effectively a unit now that if there's an enemy who's kind of out of the way and I just want them dead because they're going to be a pain in the ass if they get closer to me, that's what she's for. She's like that thing in video games where you go too far out the beaten path, and instead of putting an invisible wall, they put an enemy that's just like the fuck you enemy. Like, it's like a ghost Leviathan, right? Where if you go too far in Subnautica, you get attacked by incorporeal Leviathans. And it's like, what the fuck is this? That's what Rumia is. If enemies aren't in my like circle, I send her out and I kill them, and then yeah, that's what I do. That was the double action sheet. Okay, they still are out of. Okay, there we go. So they're out of combat range. Superhuman Hedrity. You know what? Yeah, actually. You'll never hurt Hedrity. Please be more serious next time you try. I have resolved to fight on! Sorcerer, Sutra Skull, and Nembutsu activating multi-chanting! The power to exceed human limits! Oh, show. That is so fucking cool! Good. Namu-san. 7,500. That's pretty cost effective. You know what I really like about that? There's the sequence that opens that reminds me of the sequence that Mecha Sonic uses from Super Mario Bros. Z. I'm not kidding. When he gets blasted by Axum Red, and then he fucking hits him with a raging demon, teleports behind him, hits him to the ground, is down there waiting, catches him and boots him up, and then Kamehamehas his ass. Fucking love that shit. And she starts her sequence by doing exactly that. Now it's time to unleash my magic. The high kick, dude. The high kick. Ha! Namu-san! Barely. Killed it in my... Killed it outright. We have not seen Subterranean Rose, like, once since that chapter. So why not? Let's see it. She used it in that chapter, but like, why use that when I can KHP, right? The dialogue's gonna be different. You can do whatever you fancy here, my flower. That's it. My flower. Well, okay. My flower. I mean, I think this one of this game's greatest strengths is its character writing, because it manages to take characters who really are overly one-dimensional in fandom situations, embodies those personalities, but makes them more than just their gimmick. Even a character like Rumia, who's basically a nothing jokester character, Even a character like Parsi, where her punchline is always about how jealous she is. They managed to do the characters in a way that can still be funny, but not like, you know, like one-dimensionally tropey. There's a lot of characters they have to do. Some are done better than others, of course. Not too surprising. But the characters that have their own, like, storylines, right? Their own arcs. They get a lot of characterization that's really good. But characters like Minariko and Shizuha are still great. Characters like Ellie and Kurimi, like, it's good to have lighthearted characters like that who really aren't... There's no real big deal going on with them, but they can still say things, but it's not like everything they say... Like, they know how to put a joke in, but they don't just, like, they don't hit you with a Marvel quip, right? It's not like you fucking watch Remy and Flandre have their big heartfelt moment, and then Ellie's like, Ellie fucking, the camera pans over to Ellie, and she's like, well, great, everything's great now, right, boys? It's like, shut up, Ellie, but that doesn't happen. Like, they know not to kind of ruin the mood. They know not to ruin the mood, but they also have good progression to bringing the mood back to a more, you know, normal mood, I guess. One that's less sappy. Someone you suspended a serious chapter. Okay, that wasn't really Ellie's fault. That was my fault, more than anything. I'm not gonna blame Ellie for gushing about her solo playthrough, because I just, you know, wrong time. It was the wrong time for her to do that, but it was also the wrong time for me to suspend conversation. I'm gonna fire a ray gun at this guy, why not? But no, like, every character I think is very exceptionally well written, and they're done with a good mix of seriousness to comedy, but there are some characters who really don't have a lot of comedy in them. A character, like, I think Yukari might be the only character who really doesn't have a lot of comedy going on with her character, but I think a reason for that has to do with the seriousness of her character, and also, like, the rules. Not the rules, Rocket Knuckle. Hey, Hisotensoku, do you remember us? Actually, we came up with a theme song for you. No response. It seems he really is a heartless doll. Prepare for battle, everyone. Wait, what? What is it, Akyu? I'm getting a high energy reading from the target. He's gathering heat under his chest plate. These readings is probably nuclear fusion. That's the same power as Lord Yatagarasu. Misusing that power right in front of Oku? How low can you sink? You really love rubbing people the wrong way, huh? No time to talk. Incoming! He doesn't even have his own theme. It missed me. Get him, Akyu. He probably has dialogue, but he's in a good spot. So remember, we gotta bring him down to 100 HP. Don't kill him. Alright, let me see. Any dialogue? Oops. No dialogue. No dialogue for Big H over here. Oh, it's got 449 fucking power. Alright. I wonder if there's dialogue for you. Maybe. Hype train incoming. Okay. Alright. There goes my frames. Bye, frames. Bye, frames. Well, they're not massively dropping, but they are dropping, so we kind of have to, you know, I'm sure it'll get better, he said, clueless. Satellite shooting. Yeah, you know what? Fuck this guy up. Fuck this guy up. Satellite shooting. Kill him. Boom. Frames. We're good. They stopped. We're good. We're good. We're good. They stopped. They stopped. They stopped. We're good. They're good. We're good. They stopped. There's only so much control I have over things, which is to say none. Capture the dialogue after a few spell card. What does that even mean? What does a few spell card mean? He's dead. After 2 spell card. Who's spell card? What do you mean after 2 spell card? There are no spell cards on this fucking map. Oh, he has 2 spell cards. Oh, well, he doesn't matter right now. He's irrelevant. We can't do anything. We gotta deal with this first. Alright, let's see. Right, you make this impassable. Time for a city. The worst pair-up in the game. The worst pair-up in the game is non-Yatagarasu Utsu paired with Kurumi. That's the worst pair-up in the game. Because who the fuck is taking the front for that team? That play was so beautiful, I died. Arousing, rounding sound of applause, please. Kill the guy with Danmaku. Alright. Me and Shiza have dialogue when paired up talking about how badly they fit together. That's astounding. Special dialogue with certain units makes sense for some characters, but that is a weird one. Generic support dialogue is fine, but like, I like the specialized ones. My name. You wanna blow him the fuck up? No. No, we don't have to. I'll play with you on my terms. I don't like relegating Sakuya to the back because of her ability with Time Paradox, but I really like Tenshi's theme, so I like having Tenshi in the front. Well then what is Sakuya? Sakuya is Sakuya. What does that mean? Nothing. It means virtually nothing. Nothing means anything, thank you. Sakuya's still on the team. How about you take her off the team? If I remove... Okay, alright. If I take Sakuya off the team, do I get a reward? Would you give me real, cold, hard cash? Would you attempt to bribe me with real money to get the character that you want on the roster? What if I take your money and I bring the character and then I put them on the ship and don't use them? What if I do that? That's fucked up. Yeah, actually, it kind of is. I'm here to servant flyer. Fly forth, my servants. No. Nobody would do that because I'm not an anime character with a J cup. So, unfortunately, I kind of lost that battle before I even got a chance to fight it. A damn shame, I know. But you know what? There's always the next life. Am I right, boys? Can that reach? That almost reaches. I'll go around like a normal person. Sure, that works. There he goes. Donated $5. What's your favorite soda? Really? That was so important? That was so important to you that you gave me $5 for it? $5 whole dollary dues. For that great informations. I'm killing shit. That's what I'm doing. Would you give me $5 if I told you my favorite soda? Huh? Would you give me $5 if I said I would give you $6 back in 3 months? Would you risk it? No? So even though I've just given you a direct $1 increase of profit after a short term, you're saying no? Does that mean you don't trust that I'll be able to do it? Or is it just like, is it just a matter of you hating me? What's going on here? Huh? What's the big deal, chat? What's going on? Talk to me. Talk to me. I just don't understand how you can look at this increase of profit margin and say nopers. Like, I just promised you cash. Cold hard cash. You don't have HP regen. That's actually a little annoying, but it's not a big deal. Alright, I'm gonna crush this thing's skull, because I hate it. Maybe you were a VTuber, I would maybe lend you a few smeckles. So why does me being a VTuber make a difference? Because behind the VTuber, I'm still the same person. Why would you give it to me if I looked like an anime girl? But you wouldn't give it to me when you know I'm just a disembodied voice. Where's the justice? Where's the logic? It doesn't make any sense. Thank you, Slaver, for the resub. $5 whole in my pocket. Split halfway with old Twitchy, of course. So that means it's not actually mine after all. Whatever gets the boat rolling. Can you eat that other one? Oh my god. You know what? Eat that one. It's got a bomb. I like that room that you can just remove the most problematic element of the map in one attack. Humor's now rich. Okay, if you give me $5, I'll draw you a stickman. How's that sound? Does that sound like a good deal? What do you think? You guys like stickmen? Oh, he lived. Shit. Impressive. I didn't think he had it in him. Wait, does Romeo have ignore distance? No, she doesn't. So I actually lose damage on demarcation from max range. I wonder if I should invest. I don't think so. If anything, I should invest in shotgunning. Oh, I should get shotgunning for Ruma. That's what I should do. Oh, you can still attack, you little bastard. Rumia can still fucking fight. She can do whatever she wants. Objective kill. Knowing what isn't a ranged attack helps. She's level 74. She's a little fucking badass. Alright, her turn's over. With some good work today, player. Before you leave, I'd like to take this opportunity to give you a lecture on history. I'm sure you'll find this very informative. Excuse me, it would take too long, so you'll pass. How rude. I understand you must take a break from time to time, but you must not forget the future's against focus in your hands. Please continue to play through as soon as possible. Farewell. Okay, bye. Hey, listen, if you think $5 for a stickman's outrageous, you should see some other people's commission prices. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. $5 for a stickman? I'm generational talent. You could have a stickman from me, and in 50 years, that stickman will sell for $1 billion. Because I'm so famous and handsome that anything that I have ever drawn at any point in my life will immediately increase in market value to an extreme degree. This is a real thing that happens, by the way. This is a real thing. Like, if you are regarded as a famous artist, anything you fucking scrawl will immediately have enormous amounts of value. It's actually kind of funny. Modern art. Not quite modern art. I don't really mean modern art, but it's just, you know, if it's something, it doesn't even matter if it's good or bad at a certain point. That's the interesting part of it. And it's just like, if it's synonymous with a name that you're told is good, it's like, oh, that has value. I mean, why do you think people buy certain brands of things, right? Certain brands have bad reputations for their, you know, usefulness, but people buy them because they're a sign of wealth. They're a sign of high status. When you see them, you think, oh, this guy, he's upper crust. This guy's upper crust. He's got money. He's well put together. That's why people buy these things, not for their use per se, but just the fact that, well, they're a symbol. They're a status symbol. So if you own something like that, that was like a fucking rough sketch from a famous artist, that shit goes for a lot of money. A lot of money. I want an ancient treasure. I want an ancient treasure that allow, you know, if in 500 years, it'll be the key to the difference between saving humanity and destroying the world. What will it be? It'll be my I don't know, but it will be something I own. That'll be the crux of the world. People that own Ferraris aren't allowed to drive it. Wait, really? Are Ferraris not road legal anymore? Or are you just saying that they don't drive it because if they drive it, then the value of the car decreases and then they lose? It's like, is that what you're saying? I don't know anything about cars. 8088. Oh, boob. Alright, well, if you're gonna keep attacking Rumia, then I'm just gonna die. The company doesn't let you. What do you mean the company doesn't let you? How can you sell a car and then not let people drive it? Why would anybody buy it? It's the things that make sense when you say them out loud, but then you realize how the world is a little different. That's all. The world's a little different. All around the place. Things that don't make sense to you make sense to the others. Fire Don Maku. Protect me, Rumia. How are they gonna stop me from driving a car I own? Like, if I purchase a car, that car is now mine, right? If a company sold me a car and said don't drive it, and then I drove it, and I didn't sign any agreement, then what the fuck are they gonna do? It's my car. I'm gonna drive it. It's my yard. Huh? They'll sue you for changing the car in a way they don't like and will ban you from buying anymore. Well, that just sounds to me like what you just said means that the car, they sell the car in a state where it can't actually be driven, so it's not a car anymore, it's a collectible. Right? How does that make sense? Oh. He fired his breast laser. Well, that was kind of sad, wasn't it? Nothing in particular to report, Mr. Cordindo. They treat them as art, not cars. Well, then what's the fucking problem? So you're not buying a car at that point. Look, I'm not saying that's not stupid, but you literally just explained it yourself. They're not selling it to you as a car, so if you turn it into a car, like, don't do that. All right, listen, I'm not sitting here fucking sucking big corporate toes here, but like, I don't know, dude. That seems like a pretty cut and dry situation there. It's like not a car. It's not sold as a car, and if you turn it into a car, then they don't want you doing that. Is it dumb? Yes, it's dumb as shit. But like, they're not selling it as a car, which is what you led me to believe. You rage baited me. That's what you did. You made it seem like they sell it as a car and then tell you to go fuck yourself if you try to drive it like a car. But that's not what they're doing. That's not what they're doing. This guy's going on the internet and making people angry. He's leaving out vital information with the intent of making others angry. And you know what? It's working! I'm angry! I'm not angry, I don't care. You guys want to buy my banana? It's a slightly ripened banana. And I wrapped it in pipe cleaner. And it like, it's like symbolic. It's like symbolic. What does it represent? It represents the it represents something, I'm sure. But isn't beauty in the eye of beholder and that not and such? So like, what it represents doesn't mean anything. It only means anything to you, right? Right? Am I right, boys? That's all. Dream of the embryo. Keep showing them. Here's an avant-garde art piece. It's a stuffed teddy bear, but I put a garbage bag over its head and tied it. That's it. I title it Growing Up. Oh, that's so fucking deep, streamer. That's so deep. I know. Let's start the bidding at $1 million, please. $1 million. Going once. I'm going twice. Yes. Come on. Art is pain. What you do isn't art. What you do is cartoons. Are cartoons not art? Lily, did I not give you P defeat? I really feel like I should have given you that, but whatever. Let's just keep rolling on out. Alright, you have that. Alright. Ellie. This might be a certified Sakuya moment. Ooh, nice. That might be enough to kill that bastard, and if I kill him, that makes the world easier for me. Good. We get the plan, and we ransom him for $1 million. That won't do at all. Calling the goon squad. It's me, Sakuya 1 and Sakuya 2. I didn't do very much damage, Sakuya. Alright. Wah. Kick him. Kick him in the teeth. Ha ha ha. Ooh, doo doo doo. Wasn't there a Kickstarter package? Or there was a Kickstarter before, where it was, I think it was like somebody had an idea for like a film or something, and they got a Kickstarter back, and then the title of the film was like how to successfully scam Kickstarter and then run away with the money, or some shit like that. Or was that made up? That sounds made up as shit, I know, but like, I'm actually not sure at this point in time. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get his ass. eBay. Have you ever used eBay before, chat? eBay's funny because if you search like anything on eBay, you will find people selling 1 cent objects. What does that even mean? To be honest, I'm not sure. But I know that they will try to sell you. We gotta get down there. That's what we gotta do. It's probably fine. Get them. Like Nendoroids for 1 cent. And you know, like, if you buy that, they're probably gonna charge you at the wazoo for shipping. Which, by the way, I still haven't... My fucking tablet still hasn't shipped. I paid for it. My money has gone through. But it's still pending shipment, so it hasn't even been sent out yet. It's been 12 days. You're killing me, brother. You're killing me. Come on. Make with the goddamn point off. Yeah, eat him. He's pissing me off. Eat him. In most situations, in most scenarios, when the options are do something or just receive a flat sum of cash, I would more than likely just take the cash because I don't want to do anything. You know? I don't really want to do anything. Okay. Kick him. Yeah, why not? Let's kick him. Money allows me to do many things. No. You want this boat or the mystery box? Well, I mean, the mystery box could be anything. Could even be a boat. That's insane. Oh my god. That almost killed. I didn't think that would kill. Well, backing Mighty number 9 was back in a situation where people really thought it was going to turn out good. And then it didn't, so that's a shame. People who get money, I don't know. When people make a lot of money, they eventually start wanting more money. There's like this weird accumulation of wealth desire that happens to people. Also, most money is made up. A lot of money is made up. It's numbers on a screen that are determined worth, but you know, there's no actual physical money involved in that. How much money do you think exists in things like stocks? Stocks aren't real. Stocks aren't real. None of it's real. It's all made up. It's all made up bullshit. You're just saying that because you don't understand how to trade stocks, streamer. I don't. I really don't. If I knew, fuck me, I probably would. I'd put $10,000 million in every company, and then look as my $10 million turns into $10, and then I go, I'm ruined! And then I do it all again. Yeah, sounds good. Somebody's gotta hit this fool. Get him. best in a speculative asset streamer. Well, I mean, I'm investing in my life. So, that's pretty speculative, right? The outcome on that one. Well, isn't that kind of sad? 68, 71. Alright, now we're in primo situation to beat the shit out of this guy. Alright, let's get his ass. Well, the stock market is money that doesn't exist because it doesn't make any sense. Here's the thing. I have $50, right? $50. I put $50 into stocks. Now the stock has gone up. So now my $50 is worth $60. Where did that extra 10 come from? Where did it come from? Huh? So now I have $60, but not actually. What I have is a piece of paper saying that I hold value worth of $60. That's great, right? Oh, that looks weird. Blasting the shit out of him. Larget locked. Got him. Let's go back to bottle caps. Bottle caps, streamer. Bottle caps. Chat member, bottle caps. Bottle caps are awesome. Rocket knuckle. How much money do I have? I have $20 on my nightstand. 20 real big ones. 20 real big ones. What do I have in my checking account? I'm not telling you that. But I have 20 real big ones on my nightstand. When are they getting my tablet? I don't know. I would hope before February, but I genuinely don't know. It hasn't even shipped out yet. Just keep biting them, I guess. Bartering is when things have equal value, but value is also based on the person in question, right? If you need something, then you consider it value. However, scalping is a thing that exists right now because supply and demand, and I'm sure, while not necessarily referred to as scalping, that is a thing that would exist in the old days when, you know, but there are laws specifically for that you are not allowed, you are not allowed to price gouge on things that are considered like necessities, because it's considered like inhumane. Or shit like that. Right? Like, I remember toilet paper. Right? Toilet paper was one of those things that it was illegal to price gouge that around the time of the pandemic. You're not allowed to do that, but you think people didn't do that before? And it's like, hey, look, your town is dying, and I have food. If you want food, you're gonna have to give me a lot of money. And that's when the point reaches where, well, I mean, we'll give you all that money, or how about me and a group of 20 other very hungry and desperate people? You know, you see where I'm going with this, right? I have to assume. I mean, have you ever heard the story of the town bully, chat? Have you ever heard the story of the town bully? He was a man who was shot in broad daylight. Multiple times. With many witnesses. But when they did an investigation on it, nobody said nothing. Nobody squealed. Everybody hated him. Motherfucker went down, and everybody was like, didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing, copper. I don't know, man. Must have been the wind. I doubt it was anything serious. You gotta relax. Alright. Let's put him down. I'll leave the finishing blow to you, Alice. Okay, so apparently, he's a lot sturdier than I gave him credit for. This ignores size, so this is probably what we want. Alright. We need to hit him to 100 HP. That's why we're restarting here. Boom! There you go. There we go. Bonus condition fulfilled. Alright, we disabled his Hortensoku. Good thing we had Mercy. See, it comes in handy sometimes. What are you playing at, stopping it without destroying it? And what are you doing, Hisotensoku? Have you forgotten your orders? If you have even a single gear still turning, then get moving and destroy them. God, he's still on a rampage. He's being pushed to extreme lengths despite being immobilized. If you move when you're all beat up like that, you'll fall apart. Please, Hisotensoku, stop this! You're not an engine of destruction. That's not what you were born for. Please stop listening to them. Don't hurt yourself or anyone else. She's right. Open your eyes. Oh, now you're trying to convince it. Oh, this is hilarious. What a joke. You think this metal blockhead will listen to you? Oh, I'm crying from laughter. Don't you dare laugh at people's feelings, you awful person. But what else can I do? What are you even thinking? That's just a doll powered by nightmares. You can say whatever you want. It's not gonna... What? What happened? Looks like he stopped moving, but the catfish didn't order him to. Is he pained? Pained? Right. It's possible that the hopes placed into his form are in conflict with the nightmare inside him. I'm guessing he stopped moving because of that conflict. Conflict? What kind of a conflict could a doll have? You're just a puppet, so act like one. Stop whining and follow your orders. Looks like there's a bug in its programming. A downside of stealing the design, I guess. And I have no more use for you. Ah, Hisotensoku! He's completely stopped moving. Seems like he's powered down. A useless doll to the end. Guess I couldn't handle the power of nightmares. But I might as well make good use of that nuclear-powered body. The catfish's energy is rising. What are you doing? This! What? He's attacking Hisotensoku. That's not all. Its internal temperature suddenly spiked. At this rate, it'll melt. There's just one use for this hunk of scrap now. I'll activate its self-destruct and blow you all away. A self-destruct? You're not just abandoning him, you're destroying him? What's wrong with that? I'm just getting some use out of this worthless blockhead. At least a stupid mechanical doll will be useful in death. How dare you treat one of your own that way? Your utter lack of scruples makes me sick to my stomach. He's a scary machine, but he didn't do anything to deserve this. Keep talking. I'm taking all of your words as compliments. Do you even know how much of ourselves we put into making Hisotensoku? I can't stand letting it end like this. Itori, what about you, Hisotensoku? Do you want it to end like this? Marissa, you were born bearing the weight of all kinds of feelings, right? But here you are, destroying people's dreams at the bidding of some villain. If you have any pride at all, then resist. Yeah, keep fighting and don't give up. Please accept the dreams we put into you one last time. Our hopes, our wishes, our dreams for Gensokyo's future. Ho ho ho! Shouldn't you be running for your lives? I can't believe you're still trying to convince it. Now, you dumb mechanical doll, be useful for once. It's not working. What? He just punched Rumia. Hisotensoku just moved. I thought he was powered down. How? No, look at these readings. Internal energy rising. Reactor temperature stabilizing. He's not self-destructing. His entire body is filled with spiritual energy. Hisotensoku has reactivated. Reactivated, but I took all of its power. How? I suppose you underestimated the feelings we put into him. What? He's not an engine of destruction. He's our prayer for the future. So now without the nightmare to take over his body, he's been reborn as a yokai, powered by our dreams. Stop spouting nonsense. It's just a doll. Your dreams are just... No, you shut up! Unaware of the law of heaven, just like the name implies, he was to be a doll with no self-awareness. But now he's filled with the dreams of the people. Right, what you see before you isn't some thermonuclear titan. It's the giant yokai automatic doll, reborn. Dreams in peace, yokai robot. Our Hisotensoku. Dreams in peace, yokai robot. Ridiculous. You disobey my orders and side with the humans. Then I'll just have to destroy you myself. I don't think you're supposed to be on the same tile as Rumia. Hisotensoku, the catfish is pretty powerful too if we don't do something. Does he have any weapons? Don't worry, we designed him ourselves. We know the best way to draw out his max power. He'll respond to our cheers. Are you ready, Sanai? Yes, Lady Suiko. Do your best, Hisotensoku. Fly, Fist of Steel! Ah! Rocket Knuckle! You've got some spine. The nerve of you. Oh, look! See? He won't lose to a big catfish. Wait, wasn't that completely different from how he moved before? Sanai and the others used to dream up even the smallest details. It's responding to those thoughts. That's why he has animations now, chat. Against Sokyo, Hisotensoku was just an advertising balloon. But here in the dreamscape, it can be so much more. We're unconstrained by the laws of reality. You're really into this. But what I'm getting out of this whole thing is that it's a product of delusions. I mean, you should see how many notebooks we filled. No, impossible. How could it stand up to me? Fine, I'll just have to deal with you all personally. The catfish's temperament has changed. He's going to attack us directly now. Fine, bring it on. The real battle starts here. You too, Hisotensoku. Be sure to listen to everyone. Let us fight! Defeat the giant catfish. So this is awkward. There we go. Now he's on my side. He's got Prevail level 7, Guard level 1, Support Attack, Support Defense. Super Alloy Giant. He grants 2,000 max HP and 250 armor. And he's got all these moves. He did a Rocket Knuckle. He's got Missile, Fusion Beam, and Breast Blaster. Alright, team. Get ready. The fish is going to approach, and we're going to be ready for it. Hyper Megaton Kick! Alright. Bro is going in. He's getting ready for a fight. He can't reach. That's fine. We got... The gang is like palling next to Rumia. Alright. Oh, yeah. Alright, we're looking good. He ain't moving. Bitch! All stats minus 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm out of range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So he won't move, so I can at least focus on getting everybody within his, you know, within his parameter. Damn, okay. Too bad for you, Hisotensoku switched sides. Don't think everything's going to go just the way you planned. A little early to be counting your chickens. After all, I've been entrusted with far more dream power than that thing. Oh, right. The catfish was also made by Makura. But unlike Hisso Tensoku, it has a strong sense of self. Ho ho ho! It's because I've been created as a yokai, and I have the strength to back it up. I'll feast upon your despair. Fish music. It's got 999 MP. Stay out of his range. Alright, the team. Damn, we can take pot shots at this asshole from all the way back here. It's my turn to attack. Alright, I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Please, thank you. I'm back. I got some milk. I got some milk. Alright, I'm getting everybody as close as I can. Although, admittedly, I don't mind them being that close to there. We do need to move some units closer than others. Oh, you're on the ground. Are you okay on the ground? Yeah, you are. So, you being on the ground is actually fine. You have Explode. Guard, Bullseye, Guts, Excel, and Valor. Damn. You have pretty much all P moves except Missile. Rocket Knuckle we already saw. Let's get closer, shall we? Now we're in Breast Blaster range, just about. Fusion Beam. All parts are overflowing with energy. 100%! No, 200%! Hisso Tensoku answered our prayers! Unbelievable. This can't actually be happening. But it is! Our dreams became real! Absolutely! I hate to admit it, but it is a little cool, I guess. Good grief, aren't we all excited? Not that I can't understand. In the outside world, a realistic giant robot wouldn't even be able to walk. But is it really necessary for someone to shout when attacking like they did earlier? He should be alright on his own, but I think he'd appreciate some occasional moral support. So make sure to give him a cheer if you're ever nearby, okay? Fuck yeah, get him! This is the perfect chance to attack! I-beams. That's nothing. What are you going to do now? Cover! Like there's nothing to worry about. He does get double action. Misty is far enough away and can sing him a song. Chat. Did you know that today featured more Hisso Tensoku than Yomu? Isn't that crazy? How did that happen? How did that happen? This game, Hisso Tensoku. Last game, Hisso Tensoku. I guess he was the main character today. Alright. This is just my warm-up. I can do it! What if Yoma was a mech? Well, actually, not a mech per se, but what if Yoma went Raiden style? Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool if she went Raiden style? That's some cushy Ivy League! I'm beating the shit out of this guy. You've got some spine. Chat, I actually don't know the answer to this. How much of Raiden is mechanical and how much of him is, like, not? Well, that did a lot. We're gonna have to scream. Yeah. I don't know how much of Raiden is mechanical. Nightbird will drop his accuracy. It probably won't kill him. Just so the map attack misses. I'm gonna stop hitting him after this. But this won't kill. The only part of him that I can guarantee is not human anymore is his fucking jaw. Yes, Chin. Ugh, that's a lot. Fucking face. Raiden! Alright. We just gotta be careful. I do want you in there. I do want you in there for a big attack next turn. I'm gonna send you in there because if he map attacks, you'll be fine. Alright. We should be good. You won't die. You have persist? You actually don't. Not crazy if you did. And we'll get you closer. Alright, looks good. Yeah, okay. Look, the earth is shaking. Who's that gonna hit? That's gonna hit Byakuren, Quaishi, Tenshi, and Mailing. And his fun school. 3,000, dodge, 2,010. Okay. And then he will do a single target. We might be able to knock him out. We'll give it a shot, see if we can knock him out on his turn. If not, then we'll at least guarantee to set him up for next turn. It's kind of a shame that milk goes bad so fast outside the fridge, you know? Like, I can leave water and it gets warm, but I can still drink it. Can't do that for milk. Kinda fucked up. I'm a big guy and even I'm getting pushed back. Alright. We gotta run a little bit of diagnostics here. We're gonna borrow... I could hit a Bonds Wave, but I don't think that's necessary for much. I'm just kind of trying to do the math here. So, Bonds Wave, 20 trust, 20 trust, 20 trust, 60. You have guts. could use bonds. Because it only costs 10 more SP to pretty much fully heal everyone. Versus a bunch of individual trusts, right? I'll do it. Alright. Alright, looks good. So, as I'm sure you could guess, Hisso Tensoku will be doing the final attack. He will be doing the Breast Blaster move. For the last health bar. That's the important distinction. Okay? So what's gonna happen right now is we're gonna figure out how to hit this guy. Do we give it to Ellie? Yo. Do we let Ellie get in there and fuck him up? Is it finally her time? We're getting his ass. We're getting his ass. Alright, hold on. Somebody cast Love. Gain, bless, prayer, rouse, devote, trust, attune. Shanky, I need your love. And, Alice, let me borrow your love. No, not for fucking the same character. Not the same character. I made a mistake there. Cast Love on Mistia. And Shinky casts Love on Ellie. Alright, now we're ready to move. Alright, Ellie, let's hit that level 70. 0.10. We got this. The world is gonna shake! Ellie rising! This is gonna get Ellie level 70. And she'll learn her ultimate skill. That's just E-L-L-Y. That's what it's called. What's it do? Nothing. It does literally nothing. It just asks you why Ellie is level 70. This calls for even more despair. Show me the magic skill. Oh no, no skill. A little hard to chew, aren't you? But at least she's level 70. I'm at the top of the food chain. You think I lose to a fish? But even though the battle had just begun, I can tell he's still hiding his true strength. Chat, it's Yomu! She's here! She's real! What kind of yokai would take on the form of a catfish anyway? Come to think of it, isn't that supposed to be a giant catfish lurking beneath the ground that causes devastating earthquakes? Yeah, I've heard of that. I think these keystones were supposed to keep him pinned down or something. Oh, it seems some of you aren't as foolish as you look. Indeed, my very movement shakes the earth itself, bringing ruin to the surface. The likes of you wouldn't even scratch me. I am the shadow of the most despicable and disastrous yokai of all, the Taisui Xingjun. Taisui Xingjun from the legends? The god of calamity from the motherland? But, well, you're still just a dream of him, right? What's the big deal? You fool, where do you think we are? This is the dreamscape, where dreams become reality. I am the symbol of mankind's downfall. Witness the true terror of calamity. I am a fish. Catfish, all electrical for ecology. Half HP, no action. If unit's HP is below 1,000, cannot act. That's fucked up. Bro, that's fucked up. And it's another fucking math attack. Alright, whatever. No. No, do the map attack. This is electrifying! Ah! Damn, that got everybody. Alright, we can't afford to fuck around. So now would be a good time to bond. Please? That didn't do very much for some characters, but some of them have basically fully healed them. Alright. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna send in the child, and you're gonna learn what it means to feel fear. Yes. Alright, I have scan. Please, by all means. Alright, let's see. Do we have everything used here? Brilliance Palm. Fury and Valor. No bullseye required. Guard not required. You could persist just because. But it's unnecessary. I think we're good with that. So on the last health bar, he'll have dialogue, so I will have to eat a turn for that, but I'll prepare everybody for the dialogue. He still has access to the map attacks. He won't use the electricity one after we get out of this phase. But he can use the other one, which is not as bad. But depending on the Danmaku field, especially with the characters that have already acted, the defense penalty and the evasion penalty could be very disastrous. But we'll be alright. What? Bro looks so fucking unbothered by this attack. He's so unbothered. Nice hit. Tee. Ha, I couldn't care less about that attack. That attack did damage. This is what happens when you carelessly stand in my range. Is that it? Oh, close. Alright, let's see. 1400? That's probably a good range for... That's probably a good range for Tenshi. 1400. With Courage and Sakuya on backup, I think we'll do it. It would be smarter to have Sakuya up front, but like, let's not worry about things like that. All right. 1.39, 109. So I'm trading Rose. I don't want the assist attack. But whoa, I'll take it. Just in case. All right. This should kill. Because even with guard, this'll do it. This'll at least take him down to 4 digits. This is how you use the Sword of Hiso. Grasp everyone's temperament, Sword of Hiso! Bind all of their hearts to me and... release it! Sakuya? You're missing. Okay, that one won't miss, at least. But half of those are going behind him. Okay, that did 6,000. So, this is unnecessary damage. Ah! That is my power. This calls for even more despair. Good. What? That's it? Don't get cocky just because you're a little bigger than us. Even if you're just a dream, we can't let someone like you in against Sokyo. Ho ho ho! Still so chipper, are we? You're even more foolish than I imagined. Can you keep up with once you've seen my true power? You have a true power? That's right! Get a load of this! This presence. What is it, Hina? That catfish's body is overflowing with ill omen. This pure absolute misfortune is indeed calamity itself, along with the primal fear of it. I am a being which controls mankind's terror of calamity. So natural disasters then. He's a catfish, so like earthquakes? What else? Winter? And winter? Enough already. That's not a disaster, you just don't like it. Still, aren't you just a fake made by Makura? The real Tai Jun would be a venerable curse god. A fish throwing his weight around for fun is just another 2-bit villain. Bold words, but even this temporary form is more than enough to symbolize the fear of catastrophe. Humanity's pain, suffering, grief, and sorrow, these are my joys! And all of you will be my feed. The earth will liquefy into mud. Half HP. We're doing that again? Bro. Are you gonna do that every turn? I'm going back up to full HP is what I'm doing. Take my 30% back. You're good. You're good. Let me borrow a trust from you, Kane. Okay. I want out of the spell card and get on to the last one, and then dialogue farming. Everybody's close enough for dialogue farming. Yes, even the Buddhist missile. Perfect. Rumia, knock his fucking accuracy down. I'm gonna want that down for the map attack, I think. Well, that would imply that I'm not getting through this spell card, so I want to hit him with that. So his accuracy will be down for the last turn. He's gonna throw mud at me. Okay, Valor. Sacrifice. Fury. Valor. We're gonna hit you really hard, dude. And you're gonna kill me, but I want you to kill me. Alright. Oh, that's a good spot. Ah, why not? Fujiyama Volcano. I can sense that you're nothing to sniff at. You look like you taste disgusting, so you're immortal, huh? Excellent, then wallow in fear for eternity. Your inescapable suffering will... Keep that up, and I'm setting your whiskers on fire, got it? At least let me give my speech. Sheesh, you're inedible in more ways than one. Okay, as long as he doesn't lose the dialogue after this spell card, we're fine. But some characters already can't move, so I'll just wait till next turn. But I want to get him through this one to his last spell card. Then I'm gonna put an accuracy penalty on him, and then we're just gonna figure out where to go from that last turn. That's all. Keeps half of my fucking HP. Is annoying as shit. Fly! You! Go report to detention. Rah! Burn in ashes. That's nothing. What are you gonna do now? I'll show you one of my powers. Oh, he got serious. Did you see that? Into the mud. That's it for me. I lived, bitch. She can't move anymore, though, because she is below, what, 2,000 HP. But that's fine. So what's next? What's next is called Remy. Can Remy take him out from 1900? No, actually, she can't. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. It's almost as big as the Pelican ship itself. Ho ho ho, terrified by my stature. As you should be. Stab me while you wish. I'll feel nothing but a prick. That doesn't mean we'll let you win. Pelican ship will face this threat head on. Yes, of course, I better do my part. He can't reach Akyu. Akyu's too far away. He won't move. That's nothing. The nerve of you. Fall back. The rest up to us. Let's rise so we can do some precision fire from above. Please stop being so violent, everyone. Sound the alarm. We're using the heavy Buddhist missile. Confirming no allies within the blast radius. Probably. There's many allies in the blast radius. Oh, it's ludicrous. That's a lot. Alright. It's Gooberry's turn. Full power. Yeah, that's probably good. I cast love on myself. Alright. You're a generator of disaster. I'll put a stop to you. Whoa, how noble of you. I could almost cry. But I see you're flinching away. Can't handle my glorious slimy body. Well, do you really think you can stop me like that? Maybe you should try playing with my whiskers. Stop. I'll call for help. What a sight! Your terror is whetting my appetite. Call for help is futile. All are powerless before me. This guy's a creep! Some things need to be fought for. This ought to be fun. I don't think this will kill. It might, but I don't think it will. I think his damage reduction will make this just barely not kill. Never mind! That's killing. That is killing. It didn't go to Shanky's attack? I knew. That was only 1/10 of my full power, by the way. Alright, Remy fucks, clearly. Alright, okay. Final health bar. Beautiful, beautiful. Is everyone okay? I'm managing, but now my shoes are all muddy and gross. Even if he's the creation of Makura's, we can't underestimate his power. Wahaha, now you're getting it. You all aren't half bad yourselves. As a reward for all your wasted effort, I'll show you my strongest move. Whoa, things are shaking. Not just the ground either, even the air is creaking. Is he affecting space itself? Indeed, and this is with a fraction of Makura's accumulated dream power. All the original dreams that were replaced by this nightmare are in her hands now. And by borrowing just a bit of that, well, you get the idea. So this dream incident is giving them this much power. You're acting awfully proud of a power you stole from others. Spoken like sore loser. What's wrong with using what we've taken? Getting real tired of your attitude. What's wrong? Too scared to think? Lost your words in the face of your own powerlessness? Then give up. Lose yourself to the raging storm within. We're not gonna fall for that. What? You've been trying to make us lose our cool and draw us into your own pace this whole time, haven't you? Well, I'm not some third-rate reporter. No self-respecting reporter would allow themselves to be swayed so easily. True, there's always going to be uncertainties in life, and sometimes that fear can shake us. But the will to keep on living gives us the power to stand up to that. Your words about platitudes that crumble in the face of a stiff breeze. And we support each other. If it's too hard alone, then we just have to face it together. And if that's still not enough, then they have gods watching over them. That's right, our continued existence depends on mutual trust and respect. This is the faith we found, one that surpasses fear and of the divine. It would be a waste of time to say anything more to such fools. No more mercy. Carve this fear into your bodies and perish. Watch out, he's releasing the power of calamity. The footsteps of destruction, the melody of despair. It's time to grant the salvation of extinction. With this ends our fleeting world. Giant catfish. This ends our fleeting world. If unit's HP is below 3,000, cannot act. At least he didn't fucking half it again. Yes, he did! Yes, he fucking did! He did it again! Son of a bitch! He did, in fact, do it again. Motherfucker. Alright, Rumia, I just need you to, like, lower his accuracy for me. You probably taste all muddy. Maybe there's gotta be some way to eat you, maybe? Ho ho ho, this little ass wants to eat me! With a tiny body like that, you wouldn't be able to swallow one whisker. I chew pretty good, you know. You're serious. Then go ahead and try. We'll devour each other, just another diversion of this long life of mine. He doesn't seem to smell like anything. We're just doing this to lower his accuracy, and then we're gonna head to the next turn so we can get the dialogue with everybody. This is nothing. Now you will know despair. I'll show you what the end looks like. The land shudders in agony. Fire rains down from the sky. Dinosaurs wiped out by meteorites? Just dodge. Lol. Lol. Alright, everybody is in attack range. So he heals 4,800. But we can use the ship right now. And this will give us the ship dialogue. Oh, that actually reaches. Okay, so Akio had the same dialogue as the ship. Well, we'll just let this ride, because we already committed to it. This will probably do enough to offset his healing. 4,800. Okay, yeah, good. This one's gonna hit me, but it's not gonna kill me. He'll probably kill Moko with it. This is the end of the world! Okay. Nothing in particular to report, Mr. Cordindo. Alright. End me turn, Jacob. No counter. That's alright. If Moko dies, Moko dies. I'll show you what the end looks like. Okay. Goodbye, Moko. Good thing you got your dialogue already. Kane's safe behind you. This is the end of the world as we know it! Ah, a familiar feeling. Oh, thank God. Alright, she's not, he's not using the map attack. That was the only part I was worried about. He is gonna half my fucking HP again. But I just need to use trust on the character. I just need to cycle trusts for the characters for dialogue. That's all. Even I can dodge that. Aku has dodged the end of the world. What a champ. Death can't take me. Call an ambulance. But not for me! Alright, dialogue time. Start with Daze. So this catfish is supposed to be some big shot yokai. Never would have guessed. There have been many humans ignorant of my power, and they've all perished. Perhaps you'll catch a glimpse of it as I show you the end and drag you into the depths of despair. I hate to disappoint, but you just gave me even less reason to go easy on you. Petty villains like you only exist so the hero can show off while blowing them away. I hope you're ready. Now we're fighting fish, huh? I'm starting to feel kind of over this. Oh, you call me a fish, but all I see is a green young lass. Wrong try, Maiden. Perhaps you need a demonstration of my power, the embodiment of calamity, Tai Sui Zing Jun. Sure, why not? This will go down easier if I can think of you as a yokai. If you think I'm just a little girl, think again. Rain was so fucking done with this nonsense. So I'm fighting a fish. Great. So this is the kind of yokai you find on the surface. Cowering before my grandeur. A perfectly natural response. At this rate, my power will grow enough to affect even the real world. The Watatsuki sisters won't let you do that. Really now. You still haven't seen my true power. Lily has 10,000 fucking options. Yes, so Tensaku is our friend now. It was a mistake to bring that doll here in the first place. Once I take you people down, maybe I'll start appearing in the humans' nightmares instead. That won't happen if we defeat you here. Whoa, so the spring fairy has some bark in her! But why not celebrate the spring with my own rebirth in Gensokyo? We will never allow that. Big old smile on her fucking face. A jealous girl, huh? That's not so bad once in a while. Why am I listening to absolute trash calling me trash again? I never called you that. You're just a fake created by Makura, but I'm so jealous of your confidence. Don't tell me you live in some great catfish neighborhood too. Spill it! Sheesh, what a pain. There goes my appetite. Bro said would and then said wouldn't. In the span of 5 seconds. Hold on, we gotta use a trust. I'm gonna borrow a trust here so we can move Koishi. The hidden Koishi slew the terrible catfish. Huh? What are you talking about? And everyone lived happily ever after, the end. You make no sense. Not even I can predict your actions. Are you broken? Based on that eye on your chest, you're a Satori. Have you ever heard the phrase, if you love something, set it free? Seriously, what in the world are you talking about? I'll do it for you. I didn't sign up for this shit. You can't even switch to the other unit if they're stuck like that, so I have to... You seem like a rather meek yokai, then you won't... No, I will mind if you treat me that way. I'm not that patient. You read my mind! A Satori then. Wretched reality dwellers. Why'd they have to bring one of those along? I'd better put a stop to her fast. Is that a fact? You seem to think very highly of yourself. What about you, saying everything out loud? Any power that touches the mind is a nuisance. I'll put an end to you right now. Ho ho ho! A bunny girl, eh? Excuse me? Not bad at all. So you'd go that far to stand out. I don't even want to know what you're talking about. But I don't remember giving you permission to act familiar with me. And feisty, too. What an amusing combination. And now to show this little bunny girl true fear. Again, excuse me? guy's a freak. Wow. You! It's your fault that the doll betrayed me, lass. Hisso Tentacle didn't betray anyone. He responded to our feelings. Your villainy ends here, Taisui Xingjun. You think you're some kind of hero? What's ending is this farce? I'll make you realize that I am invincible here. Ah, shit. I cannot stand back and let a villain like you go free. Was that supposed to be an insult? It sounded like a compliment to me. Fear, despair, all of it is my joy. You cannot be allowed free reign. Ho ho ho, a mere nun's Buddhist power is no match for my massive form. This guy's massive. Why'd it take so long to load in there? Alright. Taisui Xingjun. I've heard the stories. How irritating, a yokai, yet you hold a divine treasure. I'll just have to smash you along with it. I will not yield to unprincipled evil. You're the one who will fall to ruin with the light of justice. How's his health looking? Ah, he's halfway. The strange fish is calling himself the worst yokai. I think the title of most disastrous would suit a vampire like me better, though. You're a saucy little brat with only a few centuries under your belt. I am the god Taisui. There's no comparison to a lowly bat like you. I'm okay with that. I'll just have to tear you to pieces and start my own legend. Who is this sassy lost child? Shit, you got guts, you're fine. You got nothing else, but... What's that stone? A keystone to pacify the land. If you're supposed to be the giant catfish that causes earthquakes, then I need to make sure I do this right. Only a select few are able to use those. Don't tell me this stubborn-looking lass is one of them. How is being stubborn relevant? Anyway, if you hate these, then that's just perfect. It's okay if you're just a manifestation in a dream. I'll carry out my family duty for once. They should do bonus damage to this guy. Don't give up too soon. Catfish are so muddy. Even cleaning them is a labor-intensive process. Whoa, you think you can treat me as just another fish? I like you, lass. Tell you what, you can have a little of one of my fins. I have no use for commonplace ingredients. I don't think you're ever gonna find an ingredient like that. Oh. Ellie can guts. Well, she doesn't have guts, but she'll get into that. Hey, Fish Cake, have you seen Yuka anywhere around here? Who are you to call me by that name? And who's Yuka? A beautifully powerful, cruel flower kind of lady. Never heard of her. And I wouldn't tell you even if I did. I'll crush you, you cheeky little curly-haired brat. Huh? Yuka, save me! Ellie be fucking starting fights with everybody. Catfish, catfish, scaleless catfish. What's the song? Catfish whiskers are delish. You're an indescribable elation. What an indescribable elation. You are no ordinary yokai. Your lyrics are sharp enough to slay hearts, yet warm enough to be called a blessing. Huh? Together we would be a perfection itself, yet alas, it is not so simple. What? What? What the fuck is that? I gotta borrow some trusts. Still gotta borrow some trust. As a teacher of the village, I won't let you run wild. Ho ho ho, I love teachers! I can never get enough of them! How about we begin a one-on-one lesson? Enough of your jokes. Even now you still mock us? I've never told a joke in my life. Worry not, your hearts will break once you see the difference in our power. I'll teach you a lesson of my own, a lesson of Danmaku stained in fear and despair. Okay. God damn it. Oops. Oh, what a tasty looking treat. Ugh. Come closer, I'll end it in one gulp. Stop it. You disgust me, viscerally. It's like you have no beauty at all. I don't mind. Putting up a little fight makes your despair all more delicious. Despair is the ultimate seasoning. Nasty ass creature. Well, not really what I meant to do, but it does not matter. A well-toned body and a sharp glare. My favorite kind of snack. Go ahead and eat me. I've always been meaning to try this out. Try what? Hold up, is that steel I smell? I've never cut my way out of a stomach before. Even if my blades rust, I have plenty to spare. I know how to deal with a large opponent. Oi, oi, oi. Hee, you're so big. Indeed, I'm gargantuan. Wait, are you giggling? Yeah, I mean, any doll I play hard enough with always breaks. But since you're so big, maybe I'll get a little more playtime out of you. What, for such a little brat, you certainly talk big. Go ahead and try, but when you touch my misfortune, you're the one who will break. One more. One more. I won't let you trample all over against Sokyo, catfish. Prepare yourself. Who do you think you are, little lass? I'm the yokai of disaster. A shadow of Taisui Xingjun. What could you possibly do against me? Cat got your tongue? No, I was just thinking about how you'll be a stepping stone for my legend. Oh ho. You're a being that must never come against Sokyo, so Gensokyo's #1 gatekeeper is going to stop you. A legend is born right here, right now! She's into this. Alright, so I know how we're gonna finish this, so let's focus on how we're gonna start it up first. Oh. I don't know anything about this yokai other than that it is represented by a giant catfish in Toho. Maybe it is a giant catfish. I have no fucking idea. Here comes the end of the world as I know it. I already made that joke. I know! I'm running out of material! Oh, I just noticed that Rumia is almost dead. She's gotten her health halved so many times that she's like almost dead. Well, that's fine. Who wants the next shot? Akio? Sure. %21 chance, but we got backup shooting. Sure. Alright. We're gonna see the breast blaster. So this is gonna do a lot. And we're gonna get the breast blaster set up. It might not be enough. Well, we have Alice with Mercy. We'll set it up regardless. I have Mistia as well. We're gonna pop a damage buff on that. I don't think I have enough SP on Hisso Tensugu to do anything but Valor. I gotta check. He does have Prevail, so his crit rate goes up. We're gonna speed this up a little bit, because I don't need to watch this. I should have switched the support attack target to Koichi, because then I could have did more than this. Alright, it's now time. Our hopes, our dreams. Our hopes and our dreams. Oh, we forgot to scan them. That would certainly help. Alright. We can Valor. That's about it. Mistia. Alright, Mistia. Cheer. You gotta cheer him on. When you're nearby, you gotta cheer him on. You know what? I personally think that this skill should have a ×2 effect on Hisotensoku. I'm already multiplying it by like 26%. It's time. My hopes, my dreams. Cast love. It's time. 1.96. You will not survive. Hold on. Vote, trust, attune. Can I borrow some rousing just for the sake of? I can. Oh, yes. They love him. You'll be the envy of your friends. All right. There we go. Foolish puppet, you think you can stand against me? Don't think that Makura will forgive this. Be prepared for that. Who do you think you are, puppet? So what of your Hisotensoku? So what of your yokai robot? I am the shadow of Taisui Xingzun, and I will be your doom. Show us your power. Sizzle. Through fire, justice is served. How could someone as great as me be? Impossible! I failed? I can't sense any more misfortune from the catfish. It's over. You had a lot of power, but not enough to make us surrender. You lost because you underestimated both the dreams built into Hisotensoku as well as the power of our bonds. Grrr. Since we beat one of the Mastermind's minions, do you think less people will be seeing the nightmares? Probably. At the very least, we're whittling away at her power. Less nightmares, huh? Heh heh heh. Ha 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 ha. What's this? Have you finally snapped? Naive fools to the very end. Do you really think defeating me will hurt Makura at all? What you're doing won't have even the slightest effect on Gensokyo. What do you mean? The human's dreams are being ensnared by the nightmare core Makura made. Kill me 1,000 times over, it won't matter as long as we have that. So there's some kind of nightmare core we need to find. Then we can just go beat that and fix everything. The amount of power Makura's put into it makes me or Hisotensoku seem like a drop in the ocean. Enjoy the rest of your short lives. He's gone. For all the airs he put on, he left with a classic third-rate villain parting shot. But didn't he imply that he could be resurrected? We need to be careful. Either way, it sounds like they still got a lot of power left. There are a lot of things bothering me about this situation. Let's head back to the ship and review what we've learned. That and we've got Hisotensoku to consider too, huh? He's another dream like the catfish, but he didn't disappear. Well, we can't just leave him here. Why don't we get him to join up with the ship for now? Everyone return to ship. He is really big though. Kills 44 out of 46. So, technically I didn't kill the catfish? And I know I didn't kill Hisotensoku. The fuck? That's weird. There are 2 kills unaccounted for there. Dreamscape. Alright, keep going. Keep going. A little to the right, please. Okay, you can grab on there, but you're strong, so don't grab on too hard. Looks like the docking went smoothly. It's less docking and more hanging on by gripping the outer edge of the deck. Well, he can't very well stand on top or he'd put a hole right through the deck. We'll just have to live with this. So he's just like fucking grabbing onto it. Thank you, Hisotensoku. It might be a little uncomfortable, but this way you can rest your wings. He really is huge. I wonder how many su's tall that is. Well, he's just like the designs we drew up, even the equipment and the materials he's made of. What's the point of making it accurate down to the last detail? That mastermind of ours is serious about the weirdest stuff. But I bet she never in her wildest dreams imagined he'd end up joining us, though. I was a little worried at first, but thank goodness we didn't have to break him. He woke up because he heard our voices, right? Yes, I think his dream body taking in all of our feelings gave him self-awareness. He's probably something close to a Sakumogami now. If you consider the fact that he's kept his form even after escaping from Makota's control, Hisotensoku is likely a fully independent yokai now. So in other words, he's just like Hogasa or Medicine. Oh, so he's a doll yokai too. You hear that, Sue? We have a new friend. Alright, I'm not the newbie anymore. Respect your elders. You're calling yourselves as friends and as elders? I mean, it makes sense, but it's a little hard to picture with that height difference. That's just what it means to be friends with a robot. He was scary at first, but now that I'm seeing him up close, he's got a surprising amount of charm. More friends are always welcome, but what do we do with him now? He betrayed Makoto, so if we just leave him, she might hold that against him. Whoa, what? Did he just react to what we said? Is he saying he wants to come with us? Yes, he can't speak, but he certainly has the will of a yokai. And he has a strong desire to go with us. Our journey will be dangerous, and you might end up fighting your mother. Are you okay with that? Still want to go, huh? Well, welcome aboard then. We can always use new allies. Aw, little baby Sakumogami, I'm gonna teach you so much. And we better hurry back and report this to... There it is, over there. So this is Hisotensoku. Seeing it up close makes me even more interested. Still crude compared to the weapons of the moon, of course. Shut up, Racing. But it's so cool! I'm delighted you've all come to meet Hisotensoku. Yes, I wanted to see it from up close. I've never seen a humanoid weapon before. Well, frankly, there's no reason to make it bipedal. A design as inefficient as this would never have cut it on the moon. What's that thing? That's the same shit in Metal Gear Solid 3, right? That's like the same shit that motherfucker says. He wanted to build a bipedal mech, and they laughed at him. So he sent the details to his friend in America to build it, and that was Hal Emmerich's dad, right? That was all. That plot line got started there. So Racin's like that, right, Master? It's nearly perfect. Okay, this is a reference to Silent Center in Blue. What? Not as a military weapon, obviously, but for Danmaku, where beauty is paramount, it's an incredibly logical and exceptional design. So that line is a reference to Silent Center in Blue, where they see the rocket, and Racin's like, there's no way that hunk of junk can take him to the moon, and Eden says that, and Racin's like, what? It's because of the design of the rocket and the lunar instance, all the magic bullshit. But Racin can only see it at its physical, surface level value, because she is a superficial woman. You think so too, Eden? I was struck by the same thought. The head ornament is a crown of leaves representing a prayer for the coexistence of man and nature. The ideals of the designers come through clearly. Fascinating. I'd like to hear more of your insights. Hello? Knowing Corden, this will take a while. Let's just go report to the bridge. Once again, welcome aboard, Hisotensoku. The coolest. And so Hisotensoku's coming with us. His desire to help seems genuine. I think he'll be a reliable ally. How do we classify him anyway? Danmaku Giant? Multi-purpose humanoid Danmaku combat weapon? Understood. We'll go over the details later. It seems very lively on the deck. Sheesh, aren't they embarrassed? They're acting like children. Even Lady Yakokoro is getting in on it. Aren't you two awfully fidgety too? You don't have to watch through the monitor, you know. Just go with them. I'm hardly interested in such things. Likewise. I can understand their excitement, but this isn't the time for this. Indeed, we need to remain vigilant. As we were just made painfully aware of the scope of Makoto's power, the graveyard of science, the giant catfish, and Hisotensoku, the masterminds pulled out quite a few pawns right from the beginning. Do you suppose that means she can whip them up at a moment's notice? Probably. It seems true that she has absolute power here in the dreamscape. Her methods are rather troubling as well. By making us fight Hisotensoku, she was testing our very ideals. So she intends to crush us not just physically, but psychologically as well. Yes, and in the dreamscape, your strength is deeply connected to the state of mind. So if we ever lose hope, then that's when the mastermind wins. But it's not all bad news. That catfish said something about a nightmare court. If we smash that, then we can stop all the nightmares. If it's really stronger than the catfish, then I'm a little worried, but... I mean, either way, we have to beat it. Worrying doesn't change what we gotta do. For now, our goal will be finding and destroying this nightmare court. Right. Alright. Oh, God. Oh, God. Right, okay. Alright, chat. No spoilers, but the next chapter is one of the longest chapters in the game. So let's see what's going on with this guy. So he actually gained an equipment slot. Let's look at his, what he's got. Mashin Power. At 130 power, max damage 15% up. More MP and regen. Grants +1 move and sets air terrain to S. Well, I mean, I want him to be the strongest he can be. P defeat. Break power limit. Let's see. He needs to get up close and personal to do damage. His base movement is 5. I think I want unfocused movement on him then. So he can move closer. Hit and run doesn't matter. He's physical based, I believe. Yeah, except for the missile. So yeah, I think I want unfocused movement just to give him a +1 on that. And also give him a movement item. Because he's big. He can't have a partner. He's like the ship in that regard. And I'll save for guard, I suppose. Okay. So I want to finish, but I got to do I'm going to forget. If I don't do these now, I'm going to forget them next time again. So let me just do this. Miraculous Living God. So we'll throw that on there. Shotgunning level 2 costs 320. Okay. Oops. Lily can afford P defeat. Okay. I'm gonna have to run through these guys next time. I'm not getting my setup now, but I'm gonna do that. Can I give Rumia anything in particular? It might be actually worth it. It might actually be worth it to give them 9-ball special. But I'm not really gonna use it as the thing. I was thinking shotgun. Shotgun is something that Rumia can do to increase her power. I don't know what to get rid of, but I could give her that. Don't need to give her movement up. Shotgunning is, it honestly is just, look at it, it's just additional damage. Just make her do even more damage because it's funny. Okay, we're not gonna get too in-depth in that. I'm gonna fix it up next time. But this next chapter coming up, chat, is very long. Okay. It's very long, and I'm gonna make sure that those characters are good, but we'll get everything organized. So there's a good chance when I do this chapter next week, it'll probably be the only thing that I stream. Because if I remember correctly, I think this chapter, when I did it, I think when I did this chapter in the original playthrough, it was about 3.5 hours alone. Now, obviously, I watch animations and all that, but even if you skip animations, it's a big chapter. A little bit, I'm not really spoiling anything by saying this, but it's basically what I'm saying is it's going to have there's a lot of stuff going on in the chapter. It's a really cool chapter. Let me make that clear. It is a really cool chapter. It's a great chapter, but it's long. So be prepared. That's all. But these are the end game chapters, you know. The one after this is good. The one after that, you know how it goes. Be ready for it because it's coming.